How's it going, guys? Tony here, and this is a follow-up video to my PlayStation Classic rumor video. That would be awesome. Really awesome. Check out the first part if you haven't seen it. And today I'm going to be going through possible 30 games that could be on the PlayStation Classic Edition. Let's check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey guys, so I'm going to be running through about 30 games or so on the PlayStation that could be on the PlayStation Mini. It's so weird to say, but I might be cheating just a little bit because I'm going to be adding in some trilogies. That's hard to do on the PlayStation, to ignore these trilogies that came out. And these are my recommendations to Sony to go after these games. These are some of the most popular games ever released on any console ever. And if you can get the rights to these, man, you're going to sell millions of these PlayStation Minis if it ever comes out. Okay, so let's start off with a bang. Final Fantasy VII. This is PlayStation. This was my youth. I probably have spent at least 300 hours on this game. Awesome game. Final Fantasy VIII. Now, I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy VIII, but I feel like you need to include all the Final Fantasies, 7 through 9. Now, this case is a little beat up, but 9 is, in my opinion, one of the best classic Final Fantasies out there, and it combines new school with old school, and this would appeal to any JRPG fan. And it's not as popular as 7 or 8 in my opinion. This did get re-released on the PlayStation 4 though, so possibility, we'll see. Next few games here, now I don't have the manual to this, and that's a little upsetting. It's Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This needs to be on there. This is a behemoth of a game. Over 100 hours of gameplay easily. Great classic game. This is always up there as fans' #1 Castlevania game. It's my favorite Castlevania game. Rayman. This was an early release on the system, and it's a great platformer. Very colorful, it's kind of hard, but you need a platformer on the system. Resident Evil 1. Now, I don't have the original case. I did have a long box at one time, but RE1 needs to be on there. The original RE does, I know, tank controls and all. And then RE2 needs to be on there too. This is my favorite classic Resident Evil game. Then I would have, Resident Evil 4 is my all-time favorite. But out of the originals, this is it. This is #1. I don't have the case to Ridge Racer 1, but I do have the special edition that came with Ridge Racer 4. And Ridge Racer was a pack-in title when the system first came out, and to me, that is PlayStation. That's the very first PlayStation game I ever played, besides the weird demo game that came with it. Highly recommend it. And yeah, I mean, it's not that long of a game, but it's PlayStation. It's a PlayStation game. Now, here's where I'm kind of cheating a little bit. Tekken 1, 2, and 3. Now, if I were to pick one to be on there, though, it'd be Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is phenomenal. Okay, it has the most features. In my opinion, it's It's just the best gameplay. Tekken 2 is really good too, but man, this would be my pick. Tekken, I played Tekken back in the day. My brother beat the living snot out of me, but yeah. Mega Man Legends, and I don't have the manual to this either. It's a little disheartening, but Mega Man Legends, or I would say Mega Man 7 or 8, or any of the X5 and 6, that would be a good choice too. Loaded or Reloaded. Now this is a mature game, but this wouldn't hold Sony back. I mean, this is a good old classic top-down shooter game. It's a lot of fun. Kind of the same vein as Smash TV, and great PlayStation title. And then this was a launch title. This is a LOM box. If you're not familiar with the LOM box titles, these are the original, and they're big. And you got the jewel cases, so here's just a quick little comparison. This was a lot cheaper than this for Sony to make. But Jumping Jack Flash, this, I rented the living crap out of this game. Jumping Flash 2 is actually better, but they would probably go with this. Just saying. Another LOM box title, Wipeout, the original Wipeout. And just a great racing game. Now there's a collection out there that came out recently, and just a really good game. I love this series. Now here again, I'm cheating just a little bit, and I have 3 and 4, but the Twisted Metal series, Twisted Metal 1 was awesome, okay, and ton of fun, and I'm glad I had the LOM box. But if I had to pick out of the 4 PlayStation games, actually there's 5, I would go with Twisted Metal 2. Twisted Metal 2 is a fan favorite. It is one of the best in the series, okay? I actually kind of like the PlayStation 3 version. It's a lot of fun. And there's a couple PlayStation 2 ones out there. So, yeah. Moving along here. And cheating again. Okay, I know I'm cheating big time here. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider trilogy. Okay, so this, it's okay. It doesn't hold up. In my opinion, the original trilogy doesn't really hold up today. 2 is where it's at, in my opinion. Again, for some reason, 2s are always good on the PlayStation. And 3 is okay, in my opinion. So, I mean, I played these back in the day, and I don't know, they would just be popular choices. And I have all 4 of these, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. So, and again, you know, Tony Hawk 1 through 4 would be open. Tony Hawk 2 is the best. Again, you're seeing a theme here. So, yeah, this, a lot of people bought a PlayStation to play this. I know you can play it on Dreamcast. I know you can play it on Nintendo 64. But a lot of people owned it on the PlayStation. Spyro! Now, I would say, cheating again, because this was a trilogy, but most people just remember playing Spyro 1. And, you know, Spyro is kind of not big anymore, but there's a re-release coming out soon on the PlayStation 4. And if you know anything about, oh, what are the stupid little figures that were popular a few years ago, that's where these came from. Yeah, that would be a no-brainer. Now this one you might be scratching your head. Ace Combat 2. This is a flight simulator, and you can actually use the dual joystick pad that I have. And this game I spent hours upon hours on, and it would just be a cool addition to add on set. Cheating again, guys, I know. Crash Bandicoot. This, again, no-brainer. The Insane Trilogy came out recently, and I would say, you know, Warped is awesome. Warped is my favorite, personally, and I think all of them would be a good addition, any of them. Okay, so there's more cheating. Here's another popular PlayStation choice, Jet Moto, and this was actually a trilogy. I sound like a broken record, but very, very popular racing game of its time, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a Sony exclusive, like they made it. So that'd be easy for them. I'll save that one for last. RPGs, I really haven't mentioned much RPGs besides the Final Fantasy series. Wild Arms. Okay, this would be a good addition. Now there's Wild Arms 2. Is 3 on the PlayStation? I cannot recall. I think it's PlayStation 2, but Sony made this game, so it would be cheap for them to publish, put it on the set. Destruction Derby, just adding some variety, and this was fairly popular in the day, and just adding another racing title on there. Cool Borders. Now I have the first one, I just couldn't find the case. There's 4 of these actually on the PlayStation, but I think they would do well just by putting the first one on there, or the second one. Just putting a sports title on there. And this game was super, super popular. Driver 2, or even Driver 1. I mean, pick your poison. Now, I don't think they would put like GTA 1 or 2 on there. Now, that would be cool if they put GTA 1 or 2, but it'd be hard to get that licensing from Rockstar. And it's kind of a graphic game, so they may want to steer clear of that. And then last but not least, this would be like #1 on my list to add on the set. It'd be Suikoden 2. Okay, Suikoden 2, and this is it's up there. Probably my #2 favorite RPG of all time, right behind Chrono Trigger. And this is actually kind of an expensive game to come by in the physical, and it, you know, they put Earthbound, well, I'm thinking Nintendo, but you know, if they thought like Nintendo, you know, people are seeking these out, so why not add that onto the set? Now, what would be a fair price for the PlayStation Mini? I don't know. I mean, if you're going to put 30 games on there, I don't really see them putting 30 games. I can see them putting 20 or 25, or even less, 15, and then doing like a sequel to it, kind of like the Atari Flashback series. I can see anywhere from $80 to $120. Now, if they do the full 30 games, $150, I don't know. I mean, it'd be pretty crazy, but I could see it happening. People would probably spend $120 on the thing. $100 would be perfect. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this thing's going to come to fruition? Do you think that this is going to actually come out? What games do you want to come out on the PlayStation Mini, if there's going to be one? One honorable mention, I don't own it. Parappa the Rapper. That would be a great title to add on to this list. And I know I cheated, I went over 30. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. Would you buy one? Oh, and I forgot one title. Metal Gear Solid back there. That would be an awesome inclusion too. One of my all-time favorite games. What games would you want to see on the Mini? And do you think that this is going to be a possibility? Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.